Hey guys, and welcome to a new Dungeon Defenders 2 video. I'm your host Mr. Peter, and this is the Gunwitch build. For the Gunwitch build, on every gear you want to go ability power, and for your weapon, you can have any weapon you like as long as it has ability power. I've gone for the prestigious energy rifle because it looks slick and beautiful. The reason why we're going ability power is because the Gunwitch is mainly a spellcaster. She has so many spells and nearly all of them are really good. The main abilities that we want to use is her defensive spells, Scatter Sweep and Ice Needle. They both have high scaling of ability power and they both have a 2-second cooldown, which is so stupid, so we're going to spam these two spells as much as we can. Let me explain why we're using these three mods. Healthy AP chip. As long as we have 90% of our health, we will always get the bonus stat from the mod. Ability chip, this gives us flat ability power stats, exactly what we need. And lastly, Manaburn AP chip. The lower the mana that we have, the more ability power that we can get. It's an odd gambit, but surprisingly, it works very well with most mages. Mages always spam their abilities, so their mana pool is generally low, so it kinda works in our favour. As always, I'm going to recommend Snakeskin Armor. You're sacrificing one damage mod from your chest for a good chunk of health and damage reduction. A very good trade, I highly recommend it. If you are going to use this mod, replace ability power chip as this gives you the least amount of stats. For the weapon, I have Controller and Miniboss. Just like our towers, we ourselves want to deal bonus percentage damage. The Gunwitch has so much damage in her kit, she can kill anyone, so it's best to encourage her damage output by stacking 2 anti-mods for more bonus damage. However, if you want to have some fun, I advise replacing Miniboss chip with Frostfire. Like I said in my previous video, Frostfire is a chaotic mod and your spells proc the mod. So if you kill an enemy with your spells, it's going to be very destructive and you're going to have a ton of fun exploding enemies. If you are going to main her, I definitely recommend going down the fun route. And for the last mod, I have Focus AP chip. When an ability goes on cooldown, we get more bonus percentage ability damage. This is where most of our damage comes from, and here's a video example of why it's amazing on the Gunwitch. Here we have Ice Needle dealing 23 million. If we put one ability on cooldown, Ice Needle is now dealing 32 million. Now if we put two abilities on cooldown, Ice Needle is now dealing 40 million. You can see that the damage is slowly growing per cooldown. The Gunwitch has multiple spells, that means multiple cooldowns, which means more bonus ability power. Really good stuff. Now let's talk about the shards. For the helmet, I have 0 Entropy. Ice Needle affects a single target, but the damage is increased by 52% and the duration is increased by 6 seconds. So Ice Needle deals more damage and freezes them for much longer. Fantastic. You can find the shard in Chaos 8. Enduring Drop. This increases book drop duration by 9.5 seconds. Book drop is one of the best CCs in the game. They get transformed into a book, plus they take increased damage. It's a win-win. You can find the shard in Chaos 4. And lastly, Frozen Core. Increases Ice Needle damage by 52%. So we have 52% from 0 Entropy and 52% from Frozen Core. That's 104% extra damage. Ice Needle is looking hella dangerous. You can find the shard in Chaos 4. For the chest, I have Drenching Broomnado. Increases Broomnado's damage, plus have a chance to slow enemies for 5 seconds. Broomnado is very good at wave clearing. Combine that with Frostfire, now that's a deadly combo. You can find the shard in Chaos 5. Scatter Power, this increases Scatter Sweep's damage. You can find the shard in Chaos 5. And lastly, Mage Gambit. This is a new shard and it's basically Power Gambit but for mages. You gain more ability power but take increased damage. Definitely worth the trade as you get tons of ability power. You can find the shard in Chaos 7. I do want to mention Taser Suit. If you're having a difficult time against assassins, this is a great shard to have. It's not needed, but it's nice to mention it. You can find the shard in Chaos 8. For the gloves, I have Critical Strike. This increases our hero's crit chance. Not many people know this, but hero crit chance affects abilities. As you can see here, I haven't done one single crit, but once we add crit chance from our Ascension, You can see that we're consistently critting more, so we have the potential to deal more damage by increasing our hero's crit chance. You can find the shard in Chaos 1. Read or Die. Broomvault and Scatter Sweep have a chance to transform any enemy into a book, plus take increased damage. We will be using Scatter Sweep a lot, so having that chance is pretty nice. You can find the shard in Chaos 5. And lastly, Dewey Deathimal system. This increases the duration of book drop, plus increases the extra damage that they take. That's bloody fantastic. You can find this shard in Chaos 2. Obviously, construction is an option to consider. Again, it's not needed, but it's nice to mention it. You can find the shard in Campaign or in Chaos 1. For the boots, I have Speed Boost. The extra movement speed is always welcome. We need that map pressure. You can find the shard in Campaign or in Chaos 1. Broomnado Power. This increases Broomnado's damage. Again, it's great at wave clearing. You can find the shard in Chaos 1. And lastly, Freezing Vault. Using Broomvault freezes enemies, and the next time that you use this ability, it will deal more damage. This is a new shard and it's pretty good. You can find the shard in Chaos 8. On my weapon, I have Critical Restoration. This just helps with the mana sustain. You can find the shard in Chaos 2. Sundering Blow. Your primary attacks reduce their resistance and they take increased damage. I know the Gunwitch is a spellcaster, but you do want to auto-attack in between each spell. All it takes is one auto-attack to benefit from the shard. You can find the shard in Chaos 8. The last slot is situational, but I've gone for Burning Strikes. This is only for the Drakenlord, and Burning Strikes can break it. So if you hate the Drakenlord, have this shard. You can find the shard in Chaos 5. This slot is situational. There are plenty of shards that you can use. You can have Drenching Strikes to drench enemies, Thunderstruck to electrocute and drench enemies, Venomous Strikes to poison enemies, Pumpkinator for the extra wave clear, Raven Host for the extra wave clear. Honestly, there's a lot of shards that you can have for this slot, so experiment and find the best one that suits you. For your Ascension, put your points onto book drop duration and then hero health. We have a lot of ability power because of our gears and mods, so all of our spells are going to deal a lot of damage. But we do need health to survive. Once you max out hero health, then you want to put your points onto Broom Swarm damage to make Broomnado stronger. On the defense tree, out of the 4 spells, Scatter Sweep and Ice Needle deals the most damage, to max these 2 first. Both of them are great spells. It's up to you on which spell you want to max out first. On the utility tree, put points onto movement speed. Movement speed is very important. You want to move around the map as quick as possible. Then the rest is up to you. All of them are nice stats to have, but movement speed is the most important one. This is a very small tree, so you will eventually get all of them. It's just down to your preference. The Gunwitch's bread and butter combo is using Broombuster, Scatter Sweep, and then Ice Needle. You want to use Broombuster first because in the description, anyone affected by this spell, Scatter Sweep will deal increased damage. Cause you know, that's a thing. Remember to auto-attack in between each ability so we can gain mana from Critical Restoration and to deal increased damage from Sundering Blow. To maximize this combo's damage, you want as many spells on cooldown so we can get the stacks from Focus Ability Chip. So now, Net, Shotgun, and then Ice Needle. That's 5 spells on cooldown before Ice Needle gets to shoot, so whoever's at the end of Ice Needle is going to feel that cold shoulder. You can also use Broomvault into Net, Shotgun, and then Ice Needle. Honestly, there's a few variations out there, just explore them and find the combo that you like the most. The Gunwitch is the queen of ability power. She outshines all the mages in the game because of her overtuned kit. She may be vulnerable to assassins, but as long as she's alive, she's gonna cause havoc. Before I go, I would like to thank these fellas right here. It was a pleasure playing with you guys and farming with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more DD2 content. And I'll see you guys next time in another hero build. Take care.